quiet answer. Isn't it nice?
To just open the book
Sometimes
and
all
see.
you need is the, yeah. Do you ever do that? You just open it?
Oh yeah, all the time.
I opened it this morning and I got, this first line was, the opposite of illusion is not disillusionment, it's the truth. You can jump from one illusion to the next. You can, like, the example that jumped into my mind right away is you could go to a magic show, right, magician, and be spellbound by the magic, and then want to know, you want to be disillusioned because you want to know the truth behind it.
Right.
Yeah, how did they do it?
Yeah.
And so it's just one, it's disillusionment, but it's still not the truth.
Which kind of brings up, at least as far as where I am, can the mind know if I'm out of illusion? Or, I mean, my thought right now is just that that's where I am in the world of illusions, and I'm teachable and practicing my lessons. But can my mind at this point even know? I guess that's what I'm asking myself. Can I know if I'm in truth? I know when I feel peaceful, but that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
always make it a sure thing,
Mm-hmm.
because there's peace in some illusions. There's a sense of calm, and I'm still maybe wrapped up in maybe just a nice state of being, but it doesn't mean I'm out of illusion necessarily. Does that make sense?
It's exactly,
Yeah.
makes total sense. I think that's what it's saying. We can jump from one thing to the next and we get pacified. We can get this feeling of calmness. We can get satiated. And what it says is we can be, we can convince ourselves that it is actually joy, because all we're doing, and people will say, well, you got to have darkness, otherwise, and you got to have bad and you got to have evil, otherwise you wouldn't know what the light is, you wouldn't know what the good is. That's just, that's all part of the illusion. In truth, there's only light. Like the introduction says, there's no, the goal of the course is to teach us, um, is to remove the barriers to love, because we cannot comprehend what love actually is. Yeah, it's just, it's that's why it says in a number of places, God takes the last step. All we can do is identify that which is false, that which is illusion, and smile at it, choose against it, forgive it. Forgiveness is the means to return to the truth. So yeah, it's like you could go from one job to the next thinking, okay, I was disillusioned in that job or that career.
Right.
Then you go back to school, you do this whole thing, and then you launch into a whole new career thinking, okay, this is going to set me free, but sorry, it's part of the path, it's part of the journey. Eventually we just keep opening up and all. Yeah.
And especially even on the, not especially, but on the spiritual path, like when I go to retreat, say I go into silence for 10 days, something happens.
For sure.
And then I and then I'll go on another retreat. It's almost like it's a little gift out of the retreat, but am I exactly out of illusion? I'm quieter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So sometimes I don't know. I'll take it as a gift to feel a little,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to sit, because some people cannot sit.
Right.
So it's a gift I can give myself, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure if it takes me out of illusion. And maybe I don't have to think about it too hard either.
Yeah, you'll know. Yeah, yeah, you'll
Because
know.
thinking about it
That,
kind of creates
yeah,
the
that's
illusion of it. Yeah.
the revelatory experiences start to come, and then and it's an experience, and it's an ongoing experience. And then we know when we slip too. We're like, oops, I got judgmental, I got upset, Sometimes, like we can slip for what seems like chunks of time, and then you realize, well, okay, this was part of the plan. It's just part of the process, because when you look at this thing that seemed to take your peace away, and then you do the work and you forgive that, eventually, you know, it, it, we do get to this place, this experience where nothing can take our peace away. And Jesus and Buddha and Saint Francis and Yogananda and many others like that are just examples of that. They're in a way holding it for us. Then the same way as we awaken, in a way we hold it for others. Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, so here we are with lesson number 56. Number one is, my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. How can I know who I am when I see myself as under constant attack? Pain, illness, loss, age, and death seem to threaten me. Those are the big threatening things in this lifetime, right? All my hopes and wishes and plans appear to be at the mercy of a world I cannot control. Yet perfect security and complete fulfillment are my inheritance. I've tried to give my inheritance away in exchange for the world I see. The world is, we've substituted the dream of the world and this thing we call life for our home in heaven. But God has kept my inheritance safe for me. My own real thoughts will teach me what it is. Yeah. We'll begin the practice today with your legs up on the wall and your head on the bolster. Good. And then cross the right ankle over the left knee and slowly bend the left knee. Have the knee catch your ankle or your lower leg. Excellent. And now bring your hands to the bolster and slowly push the bolster away toward the center of the room. Yep, slide it away. Now, adding a little complexity here, we're working on the shoulders and your hips. If it's too demanding on your shoulders, you put your hands on top. They can even be out to the sides. And let's just let this first lesson sink in a little bit more. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. Another way of saying it is, my judgmental thoughts, any thought that condemns, any thought that promotes a sense of separation or difference, is an attack on our true self, which is invulnerable. That's how much power we have. We start to choose against these things that work against us. We settle in to our natural inheritance, invulnerability, perfect peace, lasting wholeness and happiness. Just feel the shape. Feel the yoga work on your body. Have a little space between your teeth, a little softness in your forehead, your brow. Yeah, we want to know our invulnerable self, and the way to get there is to stop our attack thoughts. Always some form of judgment. Slide the left heel up the wall and release the right. And place the left ankle on the right knee. And slowly bend the right knee. Welcome the feedback. Have a little reach through your arms. Let your mind be everywhere. The way your foot touches the wall, the way the impact comes into your left hip, the way the fabric touches your palms and your hands. Your mind is everywhere. Lesson number 2 here. Above all else, I want to see. Above all else, I want guidance through the maze we call life. I want to stop groping in the darkness and stop wondering and wanting and wishing. I want to see. It says, recognizing that what I see reflects what I think I am, I realize that vision is my greatest need. The world I see attests to the fearful nature of the image I have made. If I would remember who I am, it is essential that I let this image of myself go. As it is replaced by truth, vision will surely be given me. And with this vision, I will look upon the world and on myself with charity and love. One of the common affirmations that's almost a little cliche, and sometimes we poke fun at it, is this. It's just the affirmation that I love myself, which from the ego self-construct is impossible. That's why it doesn't really work. That's what makes this sentence here so profound. If I would remember who I am in truth, not only loving, but perfectly loved, it is essential that I let this false image construct of myself go, which is everything that I think I am. It's a gentle, gentle letting go. Not into a void, but into this wholeness. Slide your right heel up. Release the left foot up. And bring the bolster back underneath your head. Good. Okay. I hope you have a strap handy. We're going to bring the strap around the ball of the right foot. Hands high on the strap. Just firm your leg. Open the sole of the foot. Include the toes to some degree. And then slowly bring your heel off the wall. Turn the heel out, the thigh in, and bring the whole leg towards your midline. That's it. We always balance out any sensation of stretch with the opposing sensation of compression. So you may feel the stretch in the back of the knee, down into the hip. Look for some corresponding sensation on the inside part of the leg and down into the groin. Review idea number 3. Above all else, I want to see differently. The world I see holds my fearful image in place and guarantees its continuance. While I see the world as I see it now, truth cannot enter my awareness. I would let the door behind this world be open to me, and I may look past it to the world that reflects the love of God, which is true vision. Lower your heel back to the wall and put the strap on the ball of the left foot. Firm the thigh, turn the heel out, up through the heel, down through the femur, into the hip and into the floor. Little anchoring quality down into the hip, and slowly bring the heel off toward the midline. It's this gentle, timely undoing of the restrictions in the connective tissue and the soft tissue, in the nervous system and the mind. All this undoing. We get closer to the bones, get closer to the truth. Yeah, so we don't go trying to fix the world, but if you're a technician or a doctor or whatever, we're called to repair things and do our job in the world. But we do it with love and we do it with grace. Fixing the outer is like trying to make a change to your face while addressing the mirror itself. If I cut myself shaving, I don't put a Band-Aid on the mirror. We got to get to the source. That's why we would sit and meditate. That's why we have a practice that we can bring with us moment by moment throughout the day. Keep returning to the source. Lower your heel to the wall and set the strap to the side. And bring the right knee toward the middle of the chest. Interlock your fingers over the knee. Close your eyes. Sink into the blockage. Sink into the shape. Idea number 4. God is in everything I see. Behind every image I have made, the truth remains unchanged. Behind every veil I have drawn across the face of love, its light remains undimmed. Beyond all my insane wishes is my will, united with the will of my Father. God is still everywhere and in everything, forever. And we who are part of him will yet look past all appearances and recognize the truth beyond them all. And release your leg up onto the wall. And bring the left knee toward the center of the chest, fingers over the top. Sink into the shape. This whole idea kind of reflects back to the conversation Lisa and I were having earlier about a line that I came upon in my study this morning. The opposite of illusions is not disillusionment, it's truth. We can jump from one illusion to the next, and we can try to grow from our mistakes in the past and grow from these things and try to seek something better and different, but that's just another form of disillusionment. And we can use it all to awaken to the truth. Okay, release your leg back up onto the wall. And then bend your knees, push yourself back. Stretch a little bit, roll onto one side, and push yourself up, having a comfortable seat. I'll finish this final idea. Any position that you find comfortable, have your eyes closed. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. In my mind, behind all my insane thoughts of separation and attack, is the knowledge that all is one forever. I have not lost the knowledge of who I am because I have forgotten it. It has been kept for me in the mind of God, who has not left his thoughts. And I, who am among them, am one with them and one with him. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste.